What's next?
Well, number 3, and this isn't in a particular order apart from Soup is the best.
Of course.
Number 3 is Robbie Williams.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
did you watch the documentary?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got a lovely story to tell you.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. And it's a story I haven't been able to sort of tell anyone publicly.
Okay.
So, me and my sister always Take That fans.
Who was your fave?
All of them. In different ways.
Really?
Yeah, shall I tell you for why?
Yeah.
This is my psychology as a 13-year-old girl.
Because I've got a theory on this, so I'm glad to hear yours. Yeah.
I thought Mark was the most gorgeous.
Obviously,
yeah. Yep. He was perfect for a teenage girl to sort of project not really sexual feelings yet, but onto. He was just ideal.
Yep.
Robbie, obviously, hugely talented, funny. He was the funny one. Gary, talented, musical genius. And then, if I'm honest, Howard and Jason, more realistically, I thought I might get them.
But this is what I noticed. I remember being in an art class, and all the girls in our class were talking about who they fancied in Take That, and I was kind of idly drawing, listening. And what amazed me, aged 11, and I don't know whether this is because girls are more mature, they selected the girls, the men that they thought they could get.
Yeah.
And I remember finding that mind-blowing, because it was like I fancied Pamela Anderson. There was obviously no way I was going to get Pamela Anderson, but it wasn't like I was going, oh, I'll take someone
the
in the back.
One, Yasmin Bleeth.
Yeah, exactly. But it was the fact that they were like, the girls knew their social, like the
hierarchy.
Yeah, and it blew my mind to think that's, I don't know whether it had been designed in such a way.
I think they were marketed in that way, yes. I do think, so what do they call it? It's called, what is it called? It has this name. It's called Mate Something. And I'll describe to you how it happens. So at school, the best looking people end up together pretty much. But when people go to university, quite often those relationships break up because there's more potential. So the person that you were sort of ranked with, you're both 7s, you're both 8s, you're both 2s, you can now get a better 2. And it's why online dating apparently is making it really difficult for people, because suddenly the pool of you can't go, you and me make sense, because we're sort of similar stature or ranking or
I don't
suitability.
That. Surely there's more choice,
so you're less likely to settle for someone who's a good match, because you can do better.
Well, it's a bit like sort of Netflix. You just
scrolling.
You're scrolling. You're never watching.
Yeah. Whereas if you've got 4 channels, you just have to watch one.
Well, this is it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So what is it about Robbie Williams then?
Okay, so Robbie Williams left Take That. This is a big deal because, number one, me and my sister had been saving up for a long time to go to our first ever concert, which would be Take That, and Robbie left, so which meant that we were going to be going to a concert where he wasn't going to be there.
Right.
There was a big discussion about whether we should kill ourselves, obviously, and all of that. And then
see the diary entries.
My mum had gone to work, so we just didn't go into school, and so there was all this thing. And then he ended up presenting a show called The Big Breakfast. He went down, which is Stratford, which is near Romford, where we were. So all of a sudden, he was accessible to us. So the beats of this story really are: my sister and I, we went down to see Robbie Williams at the Big Breakfast every day. My mum then said we couldn't go. We stole money from her so we could still go. We tried to sleep in Stratford. We were just obsessed. Jumping forward a little bit with the story, I did Rod Gilbert's. He has a show which is about how embarrassing you were as a teenager, basically Growing Pains on Comedy Central. And I told them this story. You tell a researcher a story on the phone. They found a video of me standing outside at 14 years old, staring at Robbie Williams, willing him to love me.
Wow.
Like before they went to advert,
Crocodile Dundee.
in a black t-shirt, it's terrifying. And I said, "How did you find it?" They went, "It's the first one that comes up on YouTube." So that was 16. When I was 18, 2001, I was trying to be an actor, trying to be a performer. I did an audition, and I got offered, I could have 2 jobs. One of them was to be singing in a hotel that used to be the house for Noel's house party. I was thinking, oh my God, that's like being famous. I would be inside the house that was on Noel's house party. It said, or you can do backing singing for Robbie Williams' dad. So his name was Pete, and there's a hotel in Nottinghamshire, and they said he can't hit some of the high notes because of the fags.
What a great story. Was that told you over the phone?
No, in the room. So I had to choose.
That. And I went, hit the high notes because of the fags.
Because of the fags.
I love it.
And so I went and sat waiting for my bus back, because I was in Hampshire somewhere. It'd been such a long way for this audition, and I was fizzing with this thing of this is it, it's happening. Noel Edmonds or Robbie Williams. Like, I'm getting into this realm that I was so desperate to be in. So obviously I took the Robbie Williams dad job, and there was always rumours, he's coming today. They were like, he's coming. He came New Year's Eve. He came in a helicopter. There were always rumours going around. The guests would come to the hotel, and then they'd find out that's Robbie Williams, his dad, and it would all start again. So anyway, for a lot of my life, Robbie Williams has been like this symbol of fame and success. And I think but I did make a decision, not consciously, but I was like, okay, when I started doing comedy and stuff, I thought, I don't want to just be a fan. Aisling was in the Take That film last year. And it had this thing, because she was like, you can come to the premiere. It all just felt weird. I didn't want to go, oh, hello. I was such a fan. I just felt really uncomfortable with it. So anyway, 2 weeks ago, I'm trying to get the kids ready for a dog walk. So I'm trying to get 2 babies ready and a dog. So I'm sort of shouting out, where are the poo bags, to my husband. And I've got a number. I try not to be on my phone around the kids. So I've got like a few WhatsApp messages. This is from a number I don't know.
Sara, Pascoe. Here's a weird one for you, Bab. It's Robbie Williams. I wanted to ask you something. Hope you're good. Jimmy Carr gave me your number. All right, sending hugs.
Whoa! So this is like the craziest. You must have had this, like when you go think, oh, I'm meant. It's like Pamela Anderson called you, Russell.
Yeah, sure. So presumably at this point, the dog walk is on hold.
No. So I think my body went into shock a little bit. And I just assumed someone's organising a charity thing. I know he does the UNICEF football stuff. So Steen's going, what is? I said, he'll be doing a women's football thing. And Steen was like, because he plays football, was like, I don't think they're going to ring you. And I was like, I'm good.
I am now.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. I'm training.
I'm going to train.
Exactly.
Put me in goal because I'm the chubbiest. I'm playing for UNICEF if they're doing I said, maybe for Christmas, So my brain ran away. So I texted back, yes, like whatever you need, thinking this was a charity thing. Russell, do you know why he was calling me?
God, I have no idea.
I think the reason I want to tell you this is I think you'll really like it.
Okay.
He was calling because he'd heard me on a podcast with a male comedian, and the guy wasn't being very nice to me. And so he knows, because I've talked about Take That, like my whole career. Every single stand-up show I've done, I've had like a bit about Take That. And I've talked about working with his dad and running away to meet him. He knows I'm a fan of his, and he was ringing to go, that guy wasn't very nice to you.
Wow.
And he says, like, and isn't that amazing to just do a nice thing? Someone in the public eye. So basically,
no. It's not even someone in the public eye.
Someone as famous as he is.
Well, not even that. It's someone that you adored.
Yes.
That has listened to you in a vulnerable moment.
Yeah.
And like Obi-Wan Kenobi has
essentially that. But
has called you and gone, hey, I just noticed that person wasn't nice.
So he called me, but it was a video call, Russell. So I had it on my ear. I had him looking down my ear hole like an old lady, like this, trying to get the kids ready for a dog walk. Then, and he must have thought I was going to scream or something. What I did was go, there's my dog, show him my dog, show him my kids, like this. Nice. Yeah. And as he said 3 things, he said, and it was honestly so lovely, but essentially what he said was, like, keep doing what you're doing. I listened to this thing and it's not very nice when people aren't very nice to you. And he invited me to his film premiere.
Oh my God.
I know. And it is like Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was just someone trying just like to be kind, just doing a nice kind thing, and thinking, I know we've got friends in common. She does comedy. I can make her day, basically.
Did you go to the film premiere?
It's at the end of this month, and I think he might forget. So I'm on the cusp now of, like, if I don't get to go to this film premiere, I actually have a corporate that night, so it's win-win.
Tell you what's exciting though, is if you do go to the premiere, I'm going to zoom in, because I would imagine there'll be lots of lovely baby stains over whatever you wear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's going to be like that
is,
funny thing of going, there you go.
Yeah.
Will you wash for that?
I will really brush my teeth.
Yeah. Imagine that. It's just the photos and it's just you going, I've had a wash.
Well, actually, this is the thing. So he said this lovely stuff. We were trying to get the dog on board, and I didn't scream or anything. Maybe that's what he thought I would do. So he said, keep doing what you're doing. I listened to you on this podcast, that guy wasn't very nice to you. I know how it feels. And then do you want to come to my film premiere? And I said, oh, yeah, if we can get childcare. And his face only went, it's 6 weeks away.
Yeah.
But my thing is, it's really hard with 2 and bedtime and stuff. We don't go out together. Because he'd invited my husband.
Oh, that's nice.
So nice, Russell.
So have you ever met him in the flesh?
No.
So you're bound to at this premiere?
Maybe, but maybe not. And also I need to not... It's very hard because I have his phone number now not to text him all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.